Man, it's the glare from that. Let's see how this light does. I'm probably going to be sitting here, so it doesn't really matter. My big head will block the window. Hello, Art. Hello, the Carver. I'm going to turn on some lights here. Actually, I'm going to turn this light on up here above the workbench. That's a little bit better. I've got the outside there. Hello, Wilmer. Rick Bailey, thank you. Dale Bass, thank you for stopping in tonight. I'm going to grab a couple things. Talk about this tonight. Oh, dang. Hey, I just found another telephone pole. BNSF, InScale Dave, Kyle Stevens, Dwight. Thank you for stopping in. I'm going to see if maybe this will be. This might be a little bit better, but I think it's the glare of the window. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm trying to get away from the glare of this window behind me. See if I can turn this around a little bit. Oh, that's much better. Look at the view there. I gotta switch all my stuff around, but nonetheless, it's a better view. I'm sure if I turn that on, it'll blind me. I better probably could turn this back on. And yeah, there we go. That's even better, guys. Except for I'm going to sit in the view of my layout. I like this view. This might be my new way I do the show. Hey, Roy. Nice to see you. Jeff Allen, hello. Nice to see you. Chasco, nice to see you. Humanity Junction, nice to see you. Let's see, I've got 15 in here, 2 thumbs up. Wow, this is a lot better lighting and stuff that I normally have. I'm getting my list and stuff ready. I'll just pull my other stool over here, put my stuff. Kevin Brown, hey, nice to see you in here. Getting a few things to show what I've been up to. So I think once I get those, I'll be ready to get going here. Make some foot room because this is a spot that I normally don't turn to, but I like this. The lighting works great here, and I got the layout behind me. So, Sparky, hello. I don't think I said hello to you, but hello, Dave Piper. Hello. Dave, Crooked River and Eastern, hello. Thank you for stopping in. Just letting a few more people get in here. And let me turn this a little bit more. Oh, then you got all my stuff on the workbench here. So I think we'll maybe turn it right there and I can move over here. That's a little bit better. There we go. Other than you see glare off my forehead, but that's all right. Everybody hear me okay? I just wanted to make sure the microphone was turned up here. Looks like it is, but it won't show me. So Randy Rock and Roll McCarver. Hello, John. Scully Kill. Roy Smith is in here. Well, I'm glad he's in here. We will talk about his show he does on Tuesdays here in a minute. Thank you, Kyle. Just wanted to make sure. No, Sparky. They are like when I weathered my GM&O locos, I use some of those as to go by. But some of these spots are spots that I've taken a lot of these pictures myself. But not spots that I normally model or trying to model. I just freelanced and kind of picked out ideas from videos I saw or places that I've been, but not necessarily putting them all together to necessarily make a prototypical layout. So yeah, getting 24 in here. Hi, Vinny. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Let's see. All right. So today's kind of big. I'm going to talk about, the showstopper. Unfortunately, first of all, with work, I am home until the 30th or whenever the stay in shelter. Jerry Satterale, thank you for stopping in. Whenever the stay in shelter gets lifted, I could have gone to work, but I got a letter from, because if anybody knows, I did have a kidney transplant 3 years ago. And so the drugs that you take for anti-rejection lower your immune system. So I'm at a big risk factor for catching things like this virus that's going around. And so I could have, but they sent out a letter a couple weeks prior saying no. And when I talked to them, I just asked them, hey, I can go back to work. They asked, what I worked at a dealership. They said, what do you do? Do you come in contact with people? I said, yeah, a lot during the day. Even with reduced business and trying to take steps, we still come, in contact with people. Hi, Jerry. I think I already, I did say hello to Jerry already. I thought I did. But so I'm home until that gets lifted, basically, is what the letter from my doctor said, to follow the state guidelines of the state. So that's what I've been doing a lot on the layout. Sorry, it's 7 Eastern, Anthony. 7 Eastern. So our time, that's 6. Good evening, John. And about the showstopper, this morning we got a call, my wife got a call from her dad. Her mom is in the hospital on a ventilator. So she had complications from dialysis. She's been having problems breathing before. She had CPOD in the past. Or she has that. She's having passed because she quit smoking, I don't know, 10 years ago or so. But apparently that's what, thanks, Vinny. So she got fluid on her lungs, which is common for someone with end-stage renal disease, and she's got it pretty severe. And so she said she couldn't breathe, and she's had strokes before. So I thought maybe that was it. And of course, from dialysis, when they think anything's wrong, they don't mess with you. Because I did dialysis there in that center for a couple of years. It's at the hospital, so you have to call a rescue squad, and they take you around to emergency and take you in. They did that. I have my views on the showstopper. Without getting kicked off of here. Because if I said what I really want to say, I probably we would start buffering and I'd get kicked off. What I didn't like, there's a couple things. my father-in-law went to go to the hospital. I know what the dog is barking at, but they wouldn't let him in with her. He had to wait outside in the parking lot. They will not let him in, which that part, your wife's in serious condition. They won't even let you in, and you can't even talk to a doctor. They have to call you on your phone. I understand taking precautions against this virus, but that is absolutely absurd. My sister-in-law is coming from Omaha because they don't know. I think what's going to wind up is she has pneumonia, is what they discovered a little bit ago. Due to COVID-19, no, probably not. They're going to test her for it. If anything would happen, hopefully not. It's curable, but if it did, they would label it as that. Which is, I just said the magic word, it's going to get me in trouble. The showstopper. So her sister wanted to go see her, and she works at the hospital, and they wouldn't let her in to see her. She finally did, but she had to gear up and everything, but they let her do it one time. I think that's ridiculous. I understand my wife and her sister not being able to go and see her. That's completely understandable. But you as a husband and your wife's in serious condition, they won't even let you in. They won't even, you got to go in the parking lot and wait to be talked to is absurd. I think if you wore a mask, or you wore a mask and gloves and he suited up, or wore the gowns, I think that's fine. Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I get that, Dave. I mean, I get the visitor part. I get the her, my wife and her sisters not being able to see her. That's completely understandable. But, as a husband and your wife's in that kind of where there's a serious decisions to be made, and you can't even talk to the doctor. You have to wait in the parking lot for a nurse to call you. Just kind of irritated me. It just did. Yeah, oh yeah, and I don't doubt that there's people that say the showstopper doesn't exist. It does, and there people are seriously ill, and there are people that pass away from it. And they're, but I think that but issues like this and situations, I think sometimes I think governments and people are pushing the limit where they can. If you allow them to, they will. That's what I'm going to say. But oh yeah, it is. It is, John. I mean, at least your significant other. I completely do not disagree with visitors, but somebody that needs to be there, right there, to kind of make your medical power of attorney. So that kind of, what if I was in that situation, or my wife was? I can't imagine that. But as far as, oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. And that's the sad part of this. That's, unfortunately. But so it's been a long day. So with that, I just wanted to say that I didn't think I just think some of the things that are happening are being practicing mitigation is fine, and being cautious is fine. But there's some places they're taking it to the extreme, I believe. And anytime you give local, state officials, yeah, yeah. Well, there's another part too that's even worse, Roy, but I don't want to really talk about that. But I just thought I would share that. I think it's wrong, but somebody must be walking their dog by. My two dogs are barking. They're rambunctious because the weather here has not been very good. It's been cold. It's going to snow the next couple days. So, I'm inside. So, um, who is in here? Rick Bailey's in here, Kyle. So I just wanted to say that. Yeah, they won't let him in. It doesn't matter. But I just thought that, instances like that it's kind of a little bit wrong. I mean, I understand, let that person take precautions, let them stay out of the way, but let them be there when you got to ask a question or make a medical decision. instead of doing it over the phone. In case that person, my father-in-law is not very good at asking questions anyway, but so, you know, oh yeah, Kevin. So, but I just, so yeah, I'm a little upset about that part of this, but it is what it is, and we go on, and so on this note, let's start off, and then I'm going to get into a few things that I've been doing the past couple days and show you. As you all know, you all have seen the backdrop behind me. I've been very busy with that. I've got a lot in over here, and I'm working on one of the flats is going to be turned into Oscar Mayer, like a distributor for them. Um, yeah, they do, Roy. That's true. That's absolutely true. And this is a Pepsi sign. I'm going to do the billboard. These are road signs, too little for N scale, actually. So I did make some road signs in here. You can maybe kind of see with the glare of this paper. And some street signs. So those are stickers. So we'll see what we can do with those. I did get a few things in the mail this week. I did get this kit. And we all saw Vinny's video. Couldn't come at a better time, Vinny. So yes, I'm working on another Walters kit, and I'll talk about that one here in a minute. But I did get that, and hey, Rob, in here. Let's see, you're naked. Hello, Rob. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing the backdrop. I was worried about. I've always talked about what I was going to do with 16 feet of backdrop. Well, I did it, and I really did it at a reduced cost because I'm like, boy, structures, these flats don't look bad with a couple of different background structures mixed in. Like up here, it looks really good. And down here, I spaced them out, and I used paper buildings, which they look really good. I mean, this back here where I did the photo and everything, it looks really good. That's Rick. That's yeah. So thank you, BNS CXS Bob New Ferris. Thank you for stopping in. Glad to see you. So I've been doing that, and it really was inexpensive. And a couple of buildings I had, those 3D flat kits I got off of modelbuildings.org were only $24, $25 or something for 5 of them. I haven't even used them all. I didn't even use them all. I just used a couple of them, and I think it looks really great. It turned out really good. So thank you, John. Wow, I'm up to 43 people now. It shows 43. Yes, I usually don't get that many, but I'm going to do a few shout outs here. Ralph, I didn't say hello to you, but thank you for stopping in. Shout outs for 3 channels. First one is PJ Matson, the Raccoon Valley Railroad. That guy's got an incredible layout. It is. Thank you, Art. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that. So I still got more to do on the backdrop. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So PJ Matson, the Raccoon Valley Railroad, he needs more subs. If you're not familiar with him, go see him. His layout's beautiful. He's got a few videos up, not very many. Second one is BRTree 74, and he's got a fantastic layout too. Hi, Digger. So oh, that's cool. Yeah, he's got a great layout. His layout's fantastic. I love that his layout's great. And I think you did one for BTree 74 last Friday, and that's how I got it. Thank you. Thank you, Ralph, for being in here and putting that up. But yeah, BTree 74. Another great layout. He doesn't have very many subscribers, or maybe it's PJ Matson doesn't have very many subscribers. He needs more and I wish maybe he wasn't so done with his layout, or maybe he's got some other things he could give us some more videos on, or do some run sessions and some switching ops or something on that layout. It is beautiful layout. So I thought so, but now the next person is my dad, and he finally got into. He's been working on an HO layout based on Bloomington, so he finally got into YouTube. I think it was this weekend because I was weathering my cars, and he was asking me a couple questions. So I don't know if he's in here watching, but his is Cisco's BN, as in the BN Burlington Northern, but it's not Burlington Northern, it's for Bloomington Normal. This is a long name. Cisco's BN ICG GM&O Railroad. Or maybe even IC is in there too. So that's the railroads he puts in his HO layout. I even think New York Central's in there too, maybe Penn Central. He's doing the 70s. So I don't know if you can find that. I don't know if you can find that channel, Ralph. Cisco's BN ICG GM&O RR. He only has 2 subscribers. One, me, and I don't know who the other person is. So, and he's got some stuff. He shows about a 7-minute video of what he's been doing. So I'll try to get him to maybe do a weekly, or every time he does a project, try to maybe do a video. So that would be great. So if you want to go subscribe to him, I'll probably try to put a links to these guys once I go back and this is posted. I'll go back and edit it. A shout out to a channel, but just somebody who I think has been putting out good videos lately, and just fun as always, is Nathan DeLay. He's doing the triple decker locomotive, and he's going to do something with it and paint it his colors, the Reading colors, which will look very nice. The Reading and Northern. So, hey, barn full of trains in here. Hey, barn full of trains. And I didn't see. Did Iron? Gary's in here. I think I don't know if I said hello to him too, but thank you for stopping in. So yeah, Nathan DeLay, and the one he did today working on the railroad, I thought was a really nice video with the video clips in it. Great one. So the one before Nathan, that would be my dad's channel. It's called Cisco, CISCOS BN ICG GM&O RR. I think if you get the first part of it, that's going to pop up. There cannot be any more channels with that name. That's a long name. So it is, Barky. I agree. It is a beast. And then for a couple of rail fanners that I watched, that I really, especially lately, one of them has really put out some great videos. Delay in the Blocks always has great stuff. Yeah, I didn't have time to go back, Anthony. I will put it in the description. I'll put these links in once I go back and edit it as soon as this posts. I will put all that info in there and the tags and all that. I usually do that after yeah, Jerry. No kidding. That's a little bit long. I would guess you probably gotta change that up. So but let me see if I can I don't know if I could do that really quickly, and yeah, I can't because I don't have it. Yeah, I don't have it up here. So I'll see if I don't know if anybody's found it, but yeah, go on over to him and subscribe. Yeah, Roy, there's a lot popping up, and that's great. That's great. Yeah, Wilmer, some of these were the ones you point out, and I went and looked at them. I'm like, man, these guys are good. So I'll try to see if I can post this in here really quick. Let's see. I think it is EN ICG. Oh my goodness, man, he's got long. I can see off the glare of this, and oh, that's it. I think that's the. I think if you look that up, you'll find it. He's only got 2 subscribers. He's got 1 video. He's got to make more videos, but yeah, that is true, Wilmer, and I agree with what you said yesterday that you get model railroaders time like this at home and good things happen. John Dilly, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, it's some of it can't, but when I'm in here, I don't want to, but copy and paste stuff. So yeah, I just dropped my can of paint and my spackle that's almost empty. So them, and then as the rail fanning, delaying the blocks, and David P. Jordan is another one. He's from around here. So yeah, I just say Sparky. If you type the kind of first part of it, probably going to find it. So David P. Jordan's from here. He does a lot of the NS line that runs by my house, more so out north by where Mitsubishi used to be. He always does great videos. I always like his stuff. So, and as far as shows go, you got Not Bad on Tuesdays with Wilmer. What is Ralph's? The Car Barn with Ralph Greenwood. And then you have Roy Smith, who's going to do one because it's Tuesday night. We're going to have Dispatch, which is a great show too. And then of course we have the live streams Monday. We have Nate at Terragotten Coal Company, or I can't even remember his name now, but and then of course Tuesday we have On Track Tuesday with Wilmer, me, Creative Rails, and usually Crooked River and Eastern, and then we have an extra day, whoever wants to do it. So yes, that is my dad's channel. So yeah, and so I have to get him to kind of sub back to you guys. No, not my brother. Not my brother. So I think Sparky put it up there, maybe. But no, not my brother. So, and of course, Wednesday night, Sparky 107. And then every second Wednesday, we have the Community Roundhouse, which is a great show. I finally watched one when I was down here Wednesday night working on the layout, and I put it up and watched it. So, hi, Possum Bayou. That's what I was watching. It's a great show. And then Thursday night, Hot Rod Rodney, if his internet works. So there you go. And then Friday night, of course, we got Cousin Vinny on, and that's always a great show. Hey, no problem, Iron Horse. The show was really good. I got to sit down and listen to Wilmer, and kind of didn't do much work because I was paying more attention to the video. And then Saturday nights, I don't know where I put my water. We have Ray Babel, I think's how you say it. That's a lot better there. Yes, Kyle. So he's on and he likes to talk, and I was listening to him kind of chat about a lot of different things as I was weathering cars. And then also Saturday morning we have Back on Track. Those are a great group of guys. Steve Allen, Get Joe G, Ali Chat. She's on there, and I can think of a couple of the other people on there. It's a great show as well. Thank you, Wilmer. I think you'll like that. So, so that's a great show. And then Sundays, who do we have Sundays? Oh man, Sparky's getting it from Roy. Oh boy. So, all right, thank you, Digger. Okay, so guys, I have been the last couple days, as you know, I've been busy doing the backdrop back here. I've run some trains. Thank you, CSX Bob, BNS CXS Bob, and Digger. So I will have more train coming later in the week, train running videos. I just got to clean up the track after not doing it for a while. So I've been working on this. Let me get the picture of it so I can show you guys without dropping all my stuff here and totally messing up. There will be more run videos, like I said. I got to clean some track spots. But I've been working on this kit right here. And I didn't paint it this color. I actually did it a color. I don't even have a building that color on my layout. So I went with this color right here. And of course I got to put the door in, or the little side doors and the window. I've got these doors in. Got to touch up a little bit of some of the little corners, but this is it. I could just leave it this way, but I'm not. I'm gonna use the office because it needs an office. So the office, I've got here too done on the front. It needs a little touch up. You can't see, but these little things are even masking them off. I still got some tan paint on the brown, and I was working on the roof black with the silver trim. The silver trim will go on the back part too. So this just sits right on there. So that, guys, I've been working on that structure, and I probably will continue that tomorrow. So, wow. It does, Rob. Thanks. Kind of does, doesn't it? Not quite, but yeah, it's hard to see. I should hold it out here, maybe where you guys can see it better. I could tell you about this kit, and I think Vinny said it in the video that he did Saturday, or well, when he premiered that video. Walters kits, you pay a lot for these kits. And if you could see this wall right here, you can see where it bends in. You pay, like this grain elevator, it's expensive. And yeah, I can scratch build it, and that's my plan, was to do that. I still have the pipe, and that's not to say that I won't scratch build extra silos and use this as kind of maybe a guide. Hey, NSVA Train 911. Hello, that's somebody new. Thank you for stopping in. I don't know if I'm subscribed to you, but I will have to do that. So thanks, Roy. So this is just something different, and it's going to be, they gave a little billboard thing in it, city distributing for beverages. So just get your beer here. And then also, one of these little door things, it kind of sticks up, and I'm going to have to maybe file it or something. It's a little warped too. The other ones fit fine, but as much as you pay for these, so it's ridiculous. But they are nice overall looking kits once they're done. You just have to mess with them to get things aligned right. So the roof probably won't go in right. That's probably one thing that's going to happen. So on the roof of that, I'm going to do a gravel roof. Probably a light gray gravel roof on that part of the building. And of course my weathering. While I was off, and I kind of posted some in Wilmer's group. Hello, Nancy Jones. Thank you for stopping in. Coming along really good. I actually got all my rolling stock except one. except the Crooked River and Eastern boxcar. I think I'm just gonna leave it brand new because it's kind of special. So it's just gonna stick out, and it's new looking anyway. It's a fresh one, so it's gonna stick out. So, um, and so some of my new stuff I got on here, I took some couplers or some trucks off some other. I should not have picked this one up. Man, why did I pick this one up? Ah, there we go. All right, this is an ICG hopper. It is weathered on the inside, is weathered all the way around, underneath the trucks, underneath here is weathered as well. That turned out good. Uh-oh, Nancy. That's all right. Well, you're here. That's all that matters. So, and then I did, this is one of my Buford shops, and that's how I looked. All my weathering that I just recently did is based on prototypical photos that I got off Google or that I actually have myself. So I'm gonna fix this car. Probably gonna put these back on there before I drop these. This Buford shop, I would cry if I drop it. I'm not gonna lie. Those are beautiful pieces. So at least up there they'll be safe. So no problem, Dave. And in case you didn't know, I did win Dave's, and actually I should just get on here. Show this off. It's in a consist is waiting up there. I should run a train while I'm in here, but Crooked River and Eastern decals done by Joe G. This is a beautiful boxcar. I really like it. So I got something special. So I'm not gonna touch this one. Just gonna leave it the way it is. Not even gonna put a little dirt on it. Just roll this, leave it the way it is. Because it's just the way it's going to be. So put that back before I break that too. But yeah, I do have a nice consist rolling. I have to move all my stuff back here. So there's a few more trains behind me. But that's what I've been running, a Santa Fe. Dave's car was right in the middle. Wilmer, I would. I hope it runs, but I have to really my front locomotive has some slipping issues going up my grade. I'm not sure why. If I turned them around, ran them the other way, they're consistent right now. If I turn around and run the other way, up the hill at one single speed, it would go. That one, for whatever reason, is touchy, and it's a Kato, and it runs great. It's just a little touchy. So, yeah, I mean, I can run a train by. Maybe if I take a couple of these cars out, I can run it at one single speed. I'll take a couple of these. I'll see if I can get this done, Wilmer. Well, maybe that won't work. All right, we'll try that. Okay, Wilmer, I'm going to run a train for you. I got to. Oh, she's on. You know what happens? You know what happens? You run one for a video, live video, and it never works. The head loco was slipping. It took off from the one pushing, which it pushes better. They were at one time speed match, but they're not now. I don't know what happened because I haven't run them for a while. So now you can see what happens. It's pushing up the grade, which I'm going to talk about that. It's really, 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 I can run some trains, but this one, I can take 3 of my Jeeps and run them up. This is a 2.5, maybe 2.7% grade. I didn't know it was going to be that much, and I wish I knew. I wish I knew, but it didn't. When I was building it, I wanted that grade so I could have mountains and have a different look. But the issue was when I was building, I tried to train one time and oh yeah, it looks good, made it up. Didn't run anything while I ran a couple engines and worked with it. When you're pulling a large consist, it does not work well. It can with some locomotives, they'll push up that hill better, whatever reason. I think it's just this one in the front. But here going the other way, I've got to be always on the throttle, constantly running off up and down, which is what I thought would be great, but it's not really great. So exactly, Roy. Bullfrog snot is something I'm going to have to get. I believe, Dave, you're right. So I might as well just bring my locomotive back here, see if I can bring it back here. See if I can. Let's see if I can run it backwards. Well, now they made a wire out of me because now they're speed matched pretty well. We'll bring it back here. So anyway, back to my grade. I'm really a bullfrog snot. I might try this other grade is even steeper, and I didn't realize that until I looked at it and compared it to this one. There's less room in this tunnel for it to just basically, as soon as it gets in the tunnel, it's going like this. Well, not quite like that. Okay, so I've been thinking about it. I think for now I'm gonna get some bullfrog snot and put it on there so at least a couple of them won't slip. This might have been too much weight because any more of my newer cars are a lot heavier than some of the Atlas older ones or even some of the older micro trains. I think they're weighting them better. Some of them now, like my Buford shop ones, are real heavy. So it's going to be hard. So Gizmo. But I thought about, is there some, can I, maybe once I get this part done, because I can still do some videos and stuff like that, and I can still have people over and we can still run trains. I think if I got some bullfrog snot and stuck up the grades, they would run a lot smoother. We could run up little different speeds and stuff. So I'm gonna try that first. But I think I'm looking at how can I make an adjustment, take that out without totally really ruining my scenery. And that's what I have to. There will be work, but I'm trying to do it in a way that maybe doesn't quite mess it up. So I think I could leave the grade going up back here. But what I would do is, because that's layered styrofoam, 1-inch foam, get underneath it and cut that out and just bring it down and put it on there and then fix the back. It's probably going to be the easiest way. And the tunnel will be the hardest part to get that to go down. That will be the hardest part. But yeah, trades are always running as good. So that's true. That's how trends start. So I'm kind of going back, yeah. But yeah, it just so I don't know. I have to think about what I want to do with that. So other than that, that's the only mistake I ever made with this this layout. There's still a little work with some number 4s. You got to do some sanding, cut out the notch on some of the older little number 4 Katos so they stay shut. Or actually, maybe putting power to them would help. But sometimes, yeah, sometimes the little, it just doesn't. There's a little notch. Mike Pfeiffer had a video on it, and so that's true. Yeah, this is trying to pull. It was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I took off, let's see, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, counting the caboose, 16 cars with 2 Kato SD40s trying to get up the grade. So I don't know. So 3 would probably do it. But then the only one I have right now is my Bachmann, and I hate consisting that thing. I think Vinny will tell you it's okay. It's the only sound loco I have, and I don't know. I don't think it's all that cracked up to be. I mean, it didn't pay that much for it actually. I might have paid under $100 for a sound loco. Is pretty good. I wish I just would have took the $100, bought another Kato SD40, because because those are just beautiful locomotives. I have 2 more IC ones I got to add. Yeah, Rob, but I think these are pretty much. I don't know where you could add weight to these. I don't really want to mess with them because they're good for. So that's it. You're right, Vinny. That's it. And then it makes sound. That's about it. That's all I found. I found running heavy trains and trying to consist it up front with these doesn't work. And these generally push it up the hill because it's slower. It's slower geared. My Atlases run great. My Atlas Jeeps, they run great. Everything Atlas runs smooth. Between Atlas and Kato, they run smooth. My Intermountain SD40 is a beautiful detailed loco, but I don't think it has the power that these Katos do. I think these pull a little bit more. I think they run a little bit smoother, even though it's a more expensive locomotive. And I would get another one of those because Kato doesn't make, unless I have somebody actually paint them for me. Because I'm not that great. I'm not going to mess with N-scale painting. I'm going to leave that to somebody who knows what they're doing. So yeah, no problem. Yeah, Vinny, all my Atlases are smooth, really smooth. So well, Shane, I could try that, but I'm gonna try my Atlases. I'm gonna run a train later this week or this weekend. I'll do a run video, and I'm gonna try to get my 3 Atlas Jeeps consisted together and see what they could pull up there. And I think they actually pull with 3 of them. I think they could get this 16 car train up there. There's a little bit more power in those, but they pull a little bit more. To me, they do. Nah, you're right, Kevin. There's not. So Big G, I don't know. It depends on if you find somebody that can do it. Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't think that's the problem, Vinny. I mean, that's got to be close to. It's not quite three, but it's a little more than two and a half. Um, as it just kind of curves up and it goes. That was my mistake. That really was. Um, I really think when it comes down to it in the next year, I'm going to have to fix it to make operations real smooth. Over here, smooth, no issues, no issues. Now, actually, that ran really good. So my main line, I must have got cleaned up. Um, but uh, um, so that's going to be quite the project. That will definitely interrupt operations, and but I think that's the best way of looking at it, that I can do that is just cut. I can even kind of see where it is in the rocks. Just cut right in there, kind of prop that up. Just take that bottom off because it's only glued on there with glue all. The bottom part is maybe it might be Gorilla Glue. I might have used Gorilla Glue, which is eh. Well, in any case, as long as I can get that layer off and get it back down, that's all I really want to do. And I think from there, it doesn't mess up my scenery too much, and I can put it back. Everything goes back in place. The biggest part will be here at the end where it goes into that tunnel in this big, ginormous mountain I made. But that's the best, that's one of the most scenic parts of this layout. So, uh, we have strange law. Yeah. So, but that's what I have to do. And it's yeah, that sometimes happens. Joe G's in here. Hey, Joe G. I just was talking about the decals you did for Dave's car in his contest. Those are great. Well, that's Joe G paints in scale stuff, which I think he does, but whether or not he's doing it right now, what I would want is some more red, orange and whites and an orange, white, and gray ICG would be great to have a couple of those. But Atlas was supposed to make those in the GP35. Um, is GMO traded in their GP35s on Alcos. Their Alco PA1s, I think they were trading in on GP35s to pull their coal units from Chicago to Southern Illinois fields or to the coal mines in Southern Illinois. And I saw that Atlas was coming out with new GM&O ones, the orange and white ones, and the orange and gray ones. Unfortunately, I don't think they are because of the showstopper. That kind of some of their production stuff they were planning might have got put on hold for now. Um, so one of the downfalls of the showstopper. But so to do that, I would have to get them painted. Also, would like a GM&O one in red and white in there too, so I could really have a true late 80s consist of SD40s. On the ICG ran a lot of them. And then I would also eventually going to buy a Burlington Northern in the Cascadia Green. Yeah, Nancy. I don't know why it's slipping. So you may have maybe when I sealed the scenery back there, there's some glue on the track, maybe. But usually, Nancy, I have two locos can pull about 12. Three can pull a 25 car train. Um, I think I can run it at a single speed. I think when Kevin Brown was here, he bought the Dash 8s, those CN&W Catos. I think we pulled a 20 car train at a single speed, and it just went around at that speed with no issue. So I may try to just reverse these locomotives because this, like I said, this front one's a little bit touchy sometimes, but the other one's like smooth as can be, and it still runs smooth for a Kato. It still runs smooth. It just there's a switch, there's a turnout that it doesn't really like, and um, so that I think maybe that might it. So I might try to unconsist these and turn around the other way and see if that works. I'll be interested to see what three of my Jeeps pull because that was like a typical ICG train. So different color. Yes, actually, Rob, I do know that question. The first set were black and whites, and the GM&O kind of left it up to EMD. Kind of said you're pulling coal trains through Chicago on down south. You'll have a lot of grade crossings. They said to use the black and white for reflective purposes. That was a safety purpose. Because the GM&O is always known for maroon and red, maroon being Alton, but GM&O is more known for red from the Mobile and Ohio part of the railroad. So, so that's why they had the black and whites. Then when they started repainting stuff down south, if you ever noticed the red locos, the red Alcos, they all got painted from down south. And up here, they did a little more maroon color to them than they did down south because it was always Alton up here and it was GM&O down there. Hey, Ken's Back Shop, thank you for stopping by. I didn't see you in here. Well, that's a good thing to know. But and then now the red and whites because GM&O was always known for red, and at the time, I can't think of his name. Goog is his last name. He bought the locomotives. He was in charge of the locomotive division, and he wanted red and white. And he got the SD40s, and they loved the way those looked so much, Rob, that the next batch of the GP38 and the ACs, the A and the ACs came in the red and white, which that's, I think, they're really nice scheme with the stripes. I think it looks really nice. Yep. And Rob, I think in my favorites, maybe, or I don't know which one it's in, Rail Fanning or one is a whole set a guy did. I think his name's Randy James, but I'm not. I think that might be the guy's name. He did an interview with the GM&O train master, Ben Beard, who just passed away last year in the summer, and he gave a lot of that as to why, how things were, maybe up north that they did this way. They put he was very knowledgeable about the railroad. So that's where I got a lot of it. And the GP38s were really good. The Southern Division, Rob, Alto Pass has a 2.5% grade, and the first time they ever took these south, which south you go up the grade, north you go down the grade. They were going south from St. Louis to, I believe, to Jackson or maybe to Tams, Cairo, maybe. Yeah, it's a good video, Wilmer. And he talked about, he said, okay, the president, Mr. Brock, called him up and said, hey, I want you to take these with the EMD guy. I want you to take the train, which was 93, or was it 93? Train 94, 93 were the big ones that would go north and south. Take it down take down to Tams, or I want you to ride with them out of St. Louis and give me a report. Tell me how they run. So they had a consist of about 4. They were pulling a pretty big train. And they were, he said, all right, we're going to throttle down. I told we throttled down here at Browns Crossing because we're coming up on 2.5% grade. And, if we don't throttle down, we're going to tear the train in half when we top the hill. So I don't want to do that. And the guy's like, no, you're going to run notch 8, run it wide open. And he's like, okay. He goes, no, these got automatic sanders. They're the biggest, newest things we got. They're going to handle that. No problem. Run them wide open. So he went up and told the engineer, whose nickname was Toot Hoover, Toot. And Toot was refusing to do it. He jumped off the chair, said, I'm not taking responsibility for it. We're going to tear the train in half. And nope, they didn't. He finally did and got him talked down. And they, it's a really great video series. He said when it topped the 2.5% grade, it was doing 12 miles an hour, and they went on through with no problem. But unfortunately, they were back to it in another month or two. Once they started using their sand, it was full of rocks and stuff. So, you go back to the way it used to be. But there is a book I want to buy about that the Sparta district by John P. Kohlenberg, and someday, if I ever decide to do a prototypical layout, that's what I would do. I don't know how I could fit it in this space, but don't know how I would really, what section I would do. But that's what I want to do. You are a very busy man, Joe. That probably does keep you busy. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, go check that out. I think it's in my favorites, or it's in my playlist. Rail Fanning. I don't know which playlist it is in. Let me see if I can get the guy's name here. Try to see favorites. Johnny Cage is the channel's name. Yeah, there's Johnny Cage is his name, and he's got some good videos. So you go check him out, Rob. That's the channel name, Johnny Johnny Cage, Cage. It's a great series. Great series. That's in my favorites. If you want to look, it's in my favorites folder. If you go by there, I got my favorites folder. It should be in there, Rob. Check that out. So I also have a rail fanning one I've been added to lately because I've been home and or fallen flags and rail fanning. I've added some stuff to it too. So there are a few videos on the Sparta district actually, Rob. So I wish there would be more videos. I know there was John P. Kohlenberg that did the book, did a video for the GMNO Historical Society a couple of years ago, and it did get put up on Facebook for quite a while. It was up there, now it's gone. I wish I could have got it downloaded, but I didn't do it. What a great video. I mean, it took you from Cairo across the Ohio River Bridge all the way to St. Louis with history and photos and some great music in there. It's probably why Facebook took it off, just like YouTube. Yeah. Let's see if you search. See if you search Ben Beard. Ben Beard. Let me see. Try to see here if I can. Search. You want to find those? Search Ben Beard, Ben BEARD GM&O, and it pops up, and you can find that channel that way, searching Bill Beard or Ben Beard GM&O, and it pops right up. And you'll see he'll be like, the first one's going to be the first one he did, which is the coal mine with the huge Marion crane, unbelievable size crane. And these are videos that Ben Beard did. He gave him to put up, which are amazing. That coal mine down there in Sparta, Eric Ehlers, I think is how you say it. He's got a YouTube channel. He does HO, and he models that district, not quite prototypically, but he does a great job of it. He does the ICG era, he does a really good job. He kind of prototypes a little bit, and yet he freelances it too. He does. He's got some videos of him working on the railroad and switching in there, but he's the only one I know that really kind of covers that area. But yeah, he's done some videos as well in the Sparta district, but there is not much. And I like his videos. He's got a nice layout, and it's huge. I mean, God, it's huge. Yep, Rob. He's modeling the Sparta district, kind of, sort of. But the mines there in Percy, if I was to do it, I would have to have Percy, because I'd have to have Captain Mind in there. And yeah, you did one, Vinny. You did his engine house too. Man, that video with the Marion crane from Captain's Mind. If I was modeling that prototypically, I would have to find a way to have that crane, because without that crane, it just does not make the strip mine. Hey, Kyle, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. So, I mean, it's a beautiful video with the crane, and you see the coal train pulling out, the ComEd hoppers pulling out, and you see I think it might be Ben Beard or the conductor waving in a top hat, on the end of the caboose. So yeah, that's a great channel. If you check it out, the videos are great. That video with the Marion crane scooping that, like I said, it's fantastic. The music to it's great too. And then Ben does have some more videos on there as well. So, but it's a very cool video. Really, his videos are really nice, and those interviews with Ben are so cool to hear. An older guy that lived through the 40s, came up after the war, worked through the 50s, 60s, 70s, and into the mid 80s. Hello, Rick. Thank you for stopping in. That was really cool. So he's got some stories too, and I think his son worked on the NS, and actually, I think he died in an accident. Ben Jr. Oh, I bet, Rob. Oh, I bet. I couldn't even imagine. I mean, I tried to look for Marion cranes and HO. It didn't matter. Even if it was an HO, I didn't care. But they are so hard to find, and they are expensive. I mean, even just trying to Google search at Marion crane. But I think it's Southern Illinois Coal Company. I think if you Google that, you might find a picture of that crane. But so, guys, I'll be honest. That's all I got for tonight. So, unfortunately, sorry my train didn't work. I would have thought come down here a little bit earlier. I would have consisted something together to get it going. But I'll work on it. We're gonna have some videos coming up, guys. Coming up, and maybe this weekend. Maybe have some more on this. Right now, I'm working on that. Hope to have the structure done in a couple days, and on the layout. And then, of course, I got to build the sign for it and do some other things. But Closet Branch, hello. Thank you for stopping in. But so yeah, I've got to do that. This scene back here in the on the back is really turning out nicely. So thank you, Wilmer. So guys, if you want to go ahead and throw your channels out there, go ahead. Later, Vinny. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. I hope you're watching some videos when you're working. I've got one of yours today to watch. I haven't gotten to yet, so hopefully I do. Good, Dave. I'll have to text him later here and tell him, hey, I got you some subscribers. Make sure you go and go back and watch some of those guys because you'll learn some stuff by watching them. Thank you, Jerry. Nancy's got 1,769 subs. 62, forgot to post that. 170 for Big G's Railroad. Better get him some more. So possibly if I get up to 500, I may have a contest. So I've got, I think this time it's going to be a structure contest. Have an HO and have an N scale. So John Scullyville, 375. That's good, Nancy. We'll look for it. So thank you, Art. Humanity Junction 116. Yep, I have to finish watching it. Ralph Greenwood 373. The switch list, Rick's up to 216. Wilmer's at 626. Georgia Sunbelt 349. Dave Piper 199. Oh, Nancy does have a contest. I did forget about Nancy's contest. I believe DYI Digital Railroad has one going too. Well, that's cool. Good thing, Nancy. Dwight Curley's 175. Kevin Brown's at 270. Kevin's done a lot of work on his. That's good. Yeah, good deal, Kevin. Someday when we're off of lockdown, you'll have to come over here and I'll have to come over there and we'll have to run some trains. So by then we're gonna have a lot of work. We could probably even do op session. I may plan that next time. If I still got enough time, some of these industries are going to be there for actual true op session. So, which would be great. So guys, that's it. I am going to say good night, and everybody have a good night. Stay safe out there. Practice social distancing. So thank you, Bob. Yep, Kevin, I'm looking forward. And also going to some hobby shops again. That would be fantastic. I've got some stuff I need. That would be nice, to support some of the local guys, get them back on track again. So Steve 87 PSAP is 183. Good job. Nothing to report. All right, Closet Branch. No problem, guys. Thank you, and everybody. Love the BN Green. Yes, I do, Dave. I'm gonna get one, coddle one for in here to mix in with my stuff because IC did use them when they went back to the IC. They bought some from BN and they eventually painted them black and white, but it would work. So, yep. That's true. You have to do that. So thank you guys. Good night. It is. Oh, well, I may have to call him, Kevin. Thanks for that. Thanks for that update. Thanks, Ralph. George, Anthony, thanks for stopping in. So I will see you guys later.